Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some of the most insane, most secretive weapons from World War II. We're talking about weapons so wild they could have rewritten history, like what if I told you the Nazis were working on a space laser? Or that Japan had plans to unleash plagues on a global scale? Crazy, right? We're talking giant tanks, flying wings, superguns, and even a freaking sun gun. You won't believe some of this stuff. Let's do this thing. All right, first up we've got something straight out of science fiction, the Nazi sun gun. Picture this, a giant mirror floating in space over 3 miles wide. It focuses the sun's rays like a magnifying glass onto a single point on Earth. The result? Instant barbecue, my friends. Cities incinerated, oceans boiling, entire armies turned to ash. The technology to actually build this thing didn't exist back then, but that didn't stop the Nazis from dreaming big. They called it the Sonnengewehr, which basically translates to sun gun. Thankfully, the sun gun never got off the drawing board. But the fact that the Nazis even considered building this thing shows just how far they were willing to go to win the war. Next up, we're heading to the Pacific Theatre to talk about something truly terrifying. Japan's biological weapons program. Forget nukes and bombs. These guys were messing with stuff that could wipe out entire populations with disease. Japan wasn't just researching biological weapons, they were actually using them. They had a whole secret unit called Unit 731, conducting horrific experiments on prisoners of war and civilians. We're talking about infecting people with plague, cholera, anthrax. You name it, they weaponized it. They didn't just experiment in labs, they actually released these plagues into Chinese cities, causing widespread death and suffering. The truly messed up part? After the war, many of the scientists involved in Unit 731 got away with their crimes. Some even went on to have successful careers in medicine and science. Talk about getting away with murder. Literally. All right, guys, let's talk about a weapon that was less about sci-fi lasers and more about brute force, the V3 cannon. This thing was basically a giant gun over 500 feet long, designed to launch rockets from France all the way to London. Imagine getting hit by a long-distance relationship, except the relationship is explosive and deadly. The Germans called it the London gun, and they weren't kidding. This thing was built for one purpose, to level London and break the spirit of the British people. The V3 cannon was basically a multi-barreled shotgun on steroids, using a series of charges that would detonate in sequence, propelling the rocket to insane speeds. Thankfully, the Allies caught wind of this supergun and bombed it to pieces before it could do too much damage. But the V3 remains a chilling reminder of the lengths Germany was willing to go to achieve victory. Get this, guys. Stealth technology, the kind we associate with modern fighter jets, was actually being developed way back in World War II. Enter the Horten Ho 229, a German plane so advanced for its time it looked like it flew straight out of the future. This thing was basically a flying wing. No tail, no fuselage, just pure aerodynamic sleekness. It was designed to be super fast, super maneuverable, and most importantly, almost invisible to radar. The Ho 229 was the brainchild of the Horten brothers, German aircraft designers who were basically geniuses. Unfortunately for the Germans, the Ho 229 never really got a chance to prove itself in battle. Only a few prototypes were built before the war ended. But its legacy lives on, inspiring generations of aircraft designers and proving that sometimes the future of warfare is sneakier than you think. Bigger isn't always better. So there you have it, guys. 5 weapons from World War II that were so crazy they could have changed the course of history. Can you imagine a world where the Nazis had space lasers or where London was reduced to rubble by a giant cannon? Thankfully, none of that happened. But these weapons serve as a reminder of the ingenuity and sometimes the insanity of wartime innovation. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. See you next time.